Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on in. My name is Ice Cold Brew. I am going to be our commentator and caster for this evening. Tonight, we are heading into Week 6 of Cross Progression League's Tier 3, where folks are currently battling it out for, I believe at this point, it is $75 or $125. Either way, we have two teams who are working their way trying to ensure they have a spot left over as we are wrapping up CPL this season. This is their last matchup that they have, and it's going to be a bit tough for Zero Teal. They might still have a chance, I think, if they come out on a 3-0 here, while Torrent and Zeal can take that entire opportunity away. Torrent and Zeal, of course, coming in a little bit on the lower end, just 0-4, 3-12 overall. DMV United in their last matchup was a very tight game at the very end, ending on a 2-goal difference when they started their comeback. But DMV United ended up continuing with that impressive win streak. Now, last time we saw Zero Teal play, they played up against KCG Akuma and had an impressive 7-goal differential in their game 3. However, at the end of the day, it's going to be KCG Akuma who takes the last game by a 1-goal difference. But with that in mind, folks, let's look real quick at the stat line, at these folks on the roster. We're going to have Resta and Rennet and Unreal on the side. I apologize. We have Unreal, Sergeant Blump, and Rennet on the side of Torrent Zero, while Resta, Ahsoka Tano, who I don't know who that is on here, and Kenta, my favorite wrestler, on the board as well. Let's get everyone in. Of course, we got predictions going up live for you, ladies and gentlemen, who want to try to predict the action as it goes up. We're just going to do a quick transition on that one. And away we go here on Game 1. Again, folks, Ahsoka Zastro. Thank you very much, Tux. I appreciate that. Tuxie? Tuxie? Nice. All right, we got the Zero Teal fans out, and Astro's going to be taken out there as Rennet's looking for a down center for Unreal, but it will not go through. Astro trying to see if they have a chance with that support from the squad, but the 501st not going to be there in time. Rennet pass over to Blump. Blump tries to cut in, sends it up high. It's not going to be enough here. So that ball's going to rattle on backwards. And it's going to head back over to the orange side of the pitch. A feed to Kenta. However, he mistimes the kick. And it's going to be just a bit over. I'm going to be making a lot of wrestling references. Kenta, of course, being one of the premier Japanese wrestlers. Fun fact, he actually was the reason CM Punk uses the GTS. Because that originally was Kenta's move. Demo by Blump as they go in with the Claymore on Ahsoka Tano. Close shot from the side in blue. It's not going to be enough here. Resta just trying to get another feed, but Astro's going to be able to set this one up. Send it all the way back. Kenta, free float through the air. Rennet on target. Off target, I should say. Got to get my glasses checked just as that ball hits the goalpost. Astro with the Deno. Spears through Rennet. That's going to put him onto the back line. Kenta, dangerous position. Sergeant Blump looking for a feed. Unreal, unfortunate play as that ball skirts across the corner. Resta taking flight. Unreal with the save, though. Prevents that one from going in. Over 90 seconds gone by. About to hit 100 right now as these two teams are still neck and neck. Both with very close shots. Some impressive looks as Resta is looking for Astro. Won't find them at that half-court line. It's going to be Kenta playing the back line. Good chance for Resta. Drop this ball down. Looks for a set up. Won't be able to skirt that one through. Kenta, middle of the line. Booms it all the way out to the corner. Rennet just coming up a bit high. As we're waiting to see who gets the first goal here. Just talking about GC2-GC3. A lot of that play style, too, is what you really expect your players to have better control of the ball movement, understand placement and positioning of not just themselves and their teammates, but their opponents as well. GC1 especially, see a lot of folks attack that mid lane. In fact, I had a team earlier this week that continued to attack the mid lane, and that's what led them to a victory. As Kenta's going to skirt back. Resto, last one, is going to gather this ball and take it into the corner. A demo from Unreal is going to take out Kenta. However, Renette cannot take advantage. Kenta back from the grave. Line drive down the center. Will not find the first goal for the team. Unreal with the save. Another attack at the midline. Unreal just mistimes it a little bit. And probably anticipated a touch here. Hi, Hazel. Welcome on in. If you're on Discord, there is a share button. As that shot goes inside, Ahsoka Tano Astro finds a beautiful shot off the top shelf and drops it right down low. Puts it right underneath Unreal as well. First goal goes to Team 0 Teal. As we continue on here, and it's going to be Aresta picking up the second. Great feed from Astra. Just finds a nice touch. Bit of a dunk down, but Aresta's going to follow up with a ground pinch. That's going to be another setup for them. Kenta gets taken out here as Blump is going to try and find a center with the help of Renette. Renette unable to break through. Unreal looking for that bottom 90. Won't be able to find this one. Instead, it's going to go back up into the corner. Renette continuing to attack. Tries to find an opening for the team. Instead, ball sails across. Sergeant Blump keeps it away. Resta is going to gather this one in the corner once more. Walks out, Blump. Nice 50, but it's an upfield to Resta. Resta in the corner is going to drop down center, just off left. Not enough for anyone to pick up. Renette taking flight, and it's going to be cut down by Kenta, who intercepts. Unreal, though, will bring it back to a one-goal game. Able to just find a feed, puts it right behind Resta, brings it down to 1. Great goal from Unreal from the pass by Renette. .30 seconds left to go as Renette is trying to tie this game up. Where did they come from? Where did Kenta come from? Just coming out of the mat there to challenge, trying to slow down that push. Instead, it's going to be Unreal, who has to play the backboard. Resta up high. Kenta too far. Ahsoka! That's a Hail Mary from Unreal, and his prayers will be answered. We are tying the game 2-2 at game 1. Beautiful feed. Astro not able to make it in time. Gets challenged and loses out in the end. Unreal ties it up for Torrent 0. Now, timer coming down. 10 seconds left to go. Good center from Renette, but not going to be enough for the pass. Astro looking to Kenta. That ball's hitting the ground. Great momentum shift here for Torrent 0. Still playing fairly aggressive. Still trying to maintain momentum as it's going to be Sergeant Blump picking this ball up. Puts it off in the way, off to the sidewall. No boost in the tank. Torrent 0. Still in this fight right now, and given everything they've got, even at the end of the season, they will not give this one up. Astro looking for the center. Instead, has to redirect. Puts in front of Blump. But it's not going to go through here. Instead, it's going to be Resta off the side of the wall. Over to Astro. Misses. Kenta. Cut down by Renette. Great field awareness. Great positioning from Renette in order to set this one up. Unreal looking for a third goal. Just a bit too soft on the touch from Blump. Instead, he sets it back into the corner. That's not enough to put it in a smart center, but it's enough to throw 0 Teal out of sorts. It's going to be Blump and Renette. Oh, just on the double command. That's going to cost them a little bit. Over to 60 seconds gone by. As that ball gets centered, Unreal, with the help of Blump, the Sergeant, calls for a crossfire on that one. Unreal. Taking flight, he has just enough boost to get up there. Another important aspect of GC2-GC3 play, you gotta be efficient with your boost. A lot of that time spent just trying to get in the air kills. Unreal onto the backboard. Ooh, dangerous positioning. Low 50. Rennet will pick this one up. Rennet. Unreal tries to help out, but instead gets Kenta in his face. Unreal upfield. Redsta out of the corner. 2 minutes gone by so far. We're looking for a goal. Kenta's going to counter. Puts one across. It's going to be a huge whiff. No one on the side of Zero Teal was going for that either. They're building up pressure by trying to force Torrent Zero to panic. And that has worked out for them in the beginning. Got close there as well. Astro's not going to be able to help out here. Resta able to get a 50. Rennet, not enough boost in the tank. Great feed to Blump, though, who clears that ball. Finds some breathing room. Rennet looking for Unreal. Unreal looking for a hat trick. That ball sailing all the way back. That's on target. Resta's going to get the next one here. And that is going to end game one. Incredible shot from Resta in order to take that possession. I mean, just look at the stats here. Again, Zero Teal, overwhelming pressure, especially at the end, as they tried to maintain that momentum and tried to force Torrent Zero into an awkward position. At the end of the day, though, it wasn't that overwhelming pressure that caused Torrent Zero. It was that mid-air challenge where Resta was able to find an opening for themselves and bang that ball high. I just realized I didn't grab the replay for that one. That would have been my game of the week. Play of the game so far. But I digress, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on to game two. Set up, ready to go. Timer going down. Game two. Torrent Zero losing out, putting Team Zero Till in a great position. Astro, close shot, rattles around the rim, rattles around the woodwork, but will not go through. Unreal, looking for a pass to Blump. That's a bit high up, but it might be enough for a double tap. Oh, just off the woodwork. Ball sailing out of the mid lane. Upfield to Resta. Is looking for a redirect. That's down the center. There is Resta. Beautiful feed from Astro to Resta. Resta playing upfield. Doing his best RLCS impression, honestly. We're now in the second kickoff, and Rennet really wanted to bring that one back. Might have been able to do so with Unreal, who's been the only scorer on the side of Torrent Zero. Unreal looking for a pass over. Rennet gets countered quickly by Kenta. Just wasn't able to shut down that movement. Just wasn't able to get around that body. Rennet puts it upfield. Sends it back. Blump drops it down. Unreal. Over to Rennet. Ooh. Actually, no, wait. Astro wanted that. Astro puts it back into the orange side of the pitch. Tries to counter Blump. Ball bumps up. Astro's also trying to put a knife in the back of Rennet on that back line. Won't be able to go through here. Unreal. Bit too many touches. Rennet was getting ready to redirect that center, trying to help out the team. Instead, Unreal counters, touches. Blump, drop down center. Rennet's getting ready for that touch. Ahsoka's in the way, but will not be for long. Sergeant Blump putting bodies on Astro. Great backline play in rotation. Sees Astro, gets him out of the way. Opens up Unreal for their third goal of the series. Heading into the third kickoff now. Astra is going to try and find some forward momentum. Renette trying to just get that ball away, but is in the middle of playing bumper cars. Kenta's going to pop this one up high over to Unreal. Correction, Unreal. Ref's not going to be able to touch that one. What happened there? Ghost touches. That's what it is. That's what it is. Promise. Resta sees Astro over on the side, tries to get that pass over, instead goes for the boost. Now has possession. One more touch off the ceiling over to Kenta. Kenta looking for a double tap, but Renette, great save. Astro off the backboard. Can Kenta get there in time? Soft touch, drops it down. Line drive across the center line. Blump tries to get in the way, instead crashes into the corner. Starting to look like Denton a couple days ago if you were watching the folks driving around on the ice. Or better yet, that 100-car pileup in Michigan on I-95. Woof. Over half the game gone by so far. Still a tie game. Team Zero Teal was the one to break it last time, and then very quickly, Unreal was able to bring it back under control. Resta. Over to Astro. What a banger of a shot. Drives it right down center. 76 miles per hour, almost as fast as most drivers around the Austin area. That's going to put them back in the lead. Blump. Demo on Resta. It's going to try and find some space. It's going to do its best to clear out that back line. It's trying to open up some opportunities and put Zero Teal on notice, trying to make them scared. Ball in front of the net. Astro with the save. Ball coming out of the strike box. Penalty box, whatever you want to call it. Ooh. Bit of a mistake on the rotation. Resta expected that ball, but it's going to instead be Kenta taking it over. Blump not able to confirm on that touch. But is able to confirm on Kenta. Comes in with a Tiger Driver. Renette forced that ball onto the back wall. Waterfall. Kenta drops it down. Great 50 from Resta in order to set that one up, and Kenta, smart positioning, catches up. Sends it away. Kenta now playing the back line. It's got their first goal, by the way. That's his first one, if I remember right. Or just, is it the second? He had 2 assists last game, 1 goal in this one. There we go. Great support from Kenta. Astro's going to step back, has to go deep into the back of the freezer in order to find some boost. Ball grounded by Resta. Instead, it's going to be off the sidewall. Blump takes him out. 30 seconds to go. Zero Teal looking to close this one out with a 2-goal lead. Ball across the backboard. Nice save. Booms it away. Good boost steal as well. That boost movement from the folks over on Zero Teal has been really nice to see. Great challenges coming out from them as well as we get ready to end game 2. Might be looking for one more goal as Renette is going to try and get this one away. Ahsoka and Resta both go for it. Not going to be enough there. Game 2 in the books with another victory for Zero Teal. Incredible plays from them. A lot of it's just been the passing plays, which I think has showcased itself so much more. But pay attention to Kenta as well. Kenta's done a great job of getting some saves out there, protecting the team. Resta, thank you for the follow. I'm just about to gas you up. The player I really do love watching, speaking of Resta following, thank you so much, is the passing plays and the goals between Astra and Resta right now. Resta especially having 2 assists, being a part of that 100% goal participation. However, that upfield banger to Astra was great. And then that upfield redirect from Astra was incredible as well. Zero Teal playing very confident. Torrent 0 Not readying up yet, so I imagine they might have a message for me. They do not in the chat. So that means they were taking that time to have a conversation, which is ideally what you want to do right now, because unfortunately this is not playoffs, so you do not get a timeout yet. You have to play through. So use that 60 seconds wisely, pay attention, and try to figure out what the game plan is here. Torrent 0. Not wanting to go quietly into the night. Will give this ball down to the side as Blump tries to clear it away. Renette not able to get this one off. Instead, it's going to be Unreal. Low on boost, fakes the jump. That might be enough. Oh, just outside. Sergeant Blump almost put it in, but instead will get caught by the wall. Been there before. As Astro puts it upfield. Renette sends it down and away. Unreal still their primary scorer for the most part. Sergeant Blump was getting involved in finding those assists earlier too. A redirect from Rezta. Drops it right down center for him. Puts it right past Renette. Unreal unprepared in that moment. Was still too grounded. Could not catch up. Instead, it's going to be Unreal. Again, Unreal has been their primary scorer. He's found every goal for them so far, and not for lack of trying from folks like Renette and Sergeant Blump. However, they have found their ways to get involved as well, trying to deny and save. Sergeant Blump denies the goal, goes for the 50 upfield off to the left side, but it's going to go right into the waiting arms of Kenda. Gives it a lariat. It's going to be redirected back to Rezda once more onto that back line of the blue pitch. Rezda going coast to coast, but sadly will miss his terminal. What a pinch coming out from Astro. Won't go through here. Instead, it's going to be Rezda against Unreal. Rezda was hoping for a bounce off the back wall. Instead, Kenta's going to have to make do. Astro on target. Unreal. Nice soft save. Gets a body instead of a ball, so it's going to force him into an awkward position. Overwhelming pressure still in favor of Zero Teal. While they may have had less recorded possession in game time, just letting it float free most of the time, they've had so much pressure. Almost about 60% of the time, just about. Renette looking to try to keep the game alive. Double commit from Blump and Unreal. Unreal jumped for it, and Blump was right behind him. Unreal is feeling the pressure right now as he tries to put that ball center. Kenta just off target. Inside the box. Astro gets it back to Rezda, but it won't be enough. Another 50 on the side of the wall. Overwhelming pressure once again. Renette able to pick this one up, but there's not a lot of boost to get in the tank. It's going to be Renette still trying to keep it alive. Wants one more touch. He's looking for a center, and we'll have a mechanical malfunction in that corner. Unreal unable to know what to do in that moment, unable to decide if the best play is to challenge and go. When there's that many bodies in the way, it's difficult. Sergeant Blump taking flight, hovers a bit too long and misses out. Pass to Kenta, right down the center of the net. Rezza with another assist here. All the offense so far has been orchestrated through Rezza. And not for lack of trying, I feel like everyone else has been trying to do the most they can to disrupt that. However, Rezza is a maestro, able to coordinate that offense, trying to find their openings. Sergeant Blump continues to try to find a way, trying to move people out, use that mass to clear out that line. However, it's just not enough. There's too many Team Zero Teal moving in rotation to counter. Even then, Sergeant Blump close on the shot. Kenta was able to take that ball off the backboard, though, off that post. Unreal takes flight. Wanted to drop it down to Renette, but it's not going to be enough. Kenta redirects up high. Renette, and give this one up. Unreal, back pass to Renette. Just a bit off target, and a 50 over Blump. It's going to put Rezza on target. What a save from Renette. Clears this one away. Back over to Unreal. Unreal looking for their 4th goal. Won't be able to get it here. Renette looking for his first. Just cut down a bit too quick. Blump tries to send it off. Sends it down. Unreal on the low 50. 50 seconds left to go. They need to score now if they're going to find some offense. Renette over the half-court line. Dunked by Kenta. Renette just playing his heart out on the back line, trying to give them a fighting chance upfield. Unreal, too, just coming out of that net, screaming like a bat, trying to obtain possession, trying to maintain control. However, it's getting away from them a bit too far. Sergeant Blump looking for a chance. 50 from Unreal, forced in the corner still, but Astro's on top of it. 10 seconds left to go, and that's going to be game, set, and match without a doubt. But Sergeant Blump gets his first goal here, and it's the way he's been involved the entire time. A bump and a grind in order to ensure it goes through. It's all Renette at the end there. My apologies there, Renette. Ball upfield. Hits the ground, and that's going to be game, set, and match in favor of Team Zero Teal. Incredible. They're now going to be 2-4 so far, unless their stats update on the page. But again, looking back, a lot of their plays, a lot of that play style was just based off of assists, by helping each other out, by ensuring they can be there for each other. And that's more of what they needed. Over on Torrent Zero side, the struggle too was just overwhelming pressure and rotation, just not being able to make the most of each other's efforts. That had to be difficult to experience. But in the meantime, though, I want to go ahead and give a huge shout out to my player of the game. This is going to be Rezda. Finds a nice upfield from Astro. Just a banger, and redirects it right inside to get that first goal started for game 2. And that's just, again, how they played the entire time. So with that in mind, Team Zero Teal will end the season on a positive note, at least. We'll see if they're able to break through and make it to playoffs after this point. But with that in mind, folks, thank you all so very much. I am going to go ahead and get on out of here. Let me go ahead and see if we got anyone streaming at the moment. I know we got a lot of Cross Progression League matches going on right now. So I want to make sure we can get involved with those folks as on their side. There we go. I know the one person we're going to head over to. It is going to be the man himself, the voice, the legend, Voice Guy V. So if y'all want to join me over there, we're going to raid into him if you're watching this on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Keep an eye out because I'm going to have something kind of big coming up soon. As you all know, my pet Soul has broken his paw and it is not looking good. We may end up having to do some more extreme measures to ensure that bone gets set. Whatever it is, either way, we will need some help on the way, so keep an eye out for us. If you love this music, this is from Christopher Escalante at !track or ChristopherEscalante.com. Commission him for your own music and check him out. And of course, buy some merchandise from Hilarity Art as well, !Hilarity, or down in the links below if you want to check that out too. I will see you all next time. Bye, Hazel. Have a good night. Take care, and bye.